What's up guys, it's Steve, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at the first video in my second-hand series that I want to do. So basically looking at tech that's available at affordable prices, doesn't cost you the earth, because we can all see all the top producers on YouTube, the influencers, etc. They buy all these lenses, whether it be drones, everything else. A lot of us maybe can't afford it, can't justify it. And they have different means of recouping their money. Sometimes, obviously, it's a sponsored video. Sometimes the manufacturers loan them sort of a demo unit or a unit to review, which they send back. Without big followings, etc., you can't do that. So the first thing we're going to look at is a lens I picked up on eBay, and it is the Sony Zeiss. It's the 16 to 70mm. Now, this lens is not in perfect condition. It's not in perfect condition. Let me just, so if I can see, first off, there was a dent on it. Let me get my face out. Don't quite think we can pick that dent up, or we may just be able to there with the light. So there's a dent. You could say, well, is it going to affect the lens, etc. I asked the seller, they said no. So they said it takes perfect pictures. It actually happened by a slight crush rather than a drop, so take their word for it. Next, I guess not a biggie really, but some of the print is missing. Obviously, look, you can see the print is fading on the zoom, but that doesn't matter. Everything looks okay. Didn't come with a lens hood. Didn't come with the original Sony cap either. And also there is a little mark which he told me about on the lens, but I guess we're probably not going to pick that up on here. But again, he told me it doesn't affect the images. It's not great for what I picked it up for because it only goes down to f4. Now that's my fault because I shoot on, like my YouTube video now, on the Sigma 16mm f1.4. So I like to do quite a lot of indoor low light type of bokeh blurry background shots, which this isn't going to do. So this lens may not be ideal for what I wanted it for, but it still takes some beautiful pictures. So let's have a look at some of the ones I took now. So the lens itself has optical steady shot built in, so it's great for vlogging, etc. Mainly at the wider angles. When you get a bit narrower, obviously it's having to work a bit harder. I shot some video on my A6400, so obviously the lens is doing all the work. The camera doesn't have the IBIS, so the in-body stabilization built into it. So that's something to point out of, but the stabilization from this lens compared to the 16mm I'm filming on, it's night and day apart. It does really quite a good job. The build quality of this lens is good. It's not too heavy. It feels good in the hand. The zoom function's nice in and out zoom. So I prefer macro photography, but I may still keep it because this lens is, I think, current on Amazon. I'll put some links below anyway, but I think it's about £500 on Amazon currently. It retails usually for about £600–700, but I paid £175 for this. £175 door to door. So although it's got the little slight nicks and obviously the little dent and the little mark on the lens, I don't think this performs any differently to a brand new one. The only thing you don't get is obviously a bit of warranty. But for the price, I don't think you can complain. I picked it up really cheap. And if I was to move it on, I think I would get pretty much all my money back, which is another great thing of buying sort of second hand. So do I recommend this lens? Well, I guess it depends what you're wanting to do with it. Just bear in mind that it is only down to f4. So its low light capability is pretty poor. If you're outside shooting flowers, etc., and you've got beautiful daylight, fantastic. It will be beautiful. It will give you some great images from that. Not super blurry background, but obviously f4 you can still get some separation. So that's good. But I would say anything past sort of 50mm on this lens, it does start to fall apart. The 50 to 70, the sharpness is not great. So if you're looking at getting really zoomed in, going all the way up to 70mm, I would consider something else. But if you're looking for 16 to 50, let's say, and you can pick the lens up at a good price, and the f4, you're fine with f4, by all means go for it. But one thing I would say is if you're shooting on Sony APS-C, the best probably value zoom lens at the minute has got to be the newly released Sigma 18 to 50mm f2.8. So if you're looking for that, if you're looking at this lens, then I would strongly consider you look at that one as well. So thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, any comments, please let me know. As ever, like the video, please subscribe to the channel. It helps out. It's also quite motivational as well, so that'd be really good if you could do that. And as ever, I'll catch you in the next one.